We are live, I think. There we go. Hey everybody, welcome to another stream while my cat is trying to get on me. I am here on Twitch. We are here on YouTube. Let's see if this is working. And we should be live on Facebook as well. And I need to check that one too. Just a sec here. Facebook. So we're live on 3 platforms right now using Restream. Let's see if we can log in here. Yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure that I have, yeah, okay, I got it. So I'm logged in into YouTube, into Facebook as well. Try to see if I can see the chat everywhere. So just bear with me for a second here. Can I click? Oh yeah, for a second. But I have to do this and this. So I'm doing this on my other computer. Hey everybody, welcome to another business automation stream. My name is Stefan de Vreese. I am the owner, founder and owner of Titanify.biz, and we automate shit. We automate business shit. That's what we do. And today is all about a specific workflow that I want to automate. I've been doing it for quite a while now, but I want to show you what I've been up to, what I've been doing, and actually want to see what else I can do with it while I'm trying to figure out if I can see the chat here. I have to go in here, I guess. No, I do not. Okay, why is this so difficult? Give me my live stream, go to the channel. I guess this is what I need to do. Close this, live. There we go. This is the one. Just want to see chat. And it should be showing up in OBS, but for some reason it isn't. Gonna stop this one. Okay. So, automating shit, automating business shit. So, what I've been up to the last couple of days with Titanify is building out further all the workflows that I need to build out for customers, and building out business processes for other businesses is actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But I underestimate sometimes how much work it is to get it going. All these little steps, all the stuff that needs to be done within a business process, you would be amazed. You would be amazed how much of this work, I mean, you would forget how many of the little steps that are in business processes, honestly. From just checking off like an email or sending a notification or storing a file or sending other stuff, you know, all of these little pieces are part of business processes, and we tend to forget that that's something we need to take care of. Usually if I see business processes done by the business owners, it's very high level, and I commit or I admit that I made the same mistake myself in the beginning when I was also doing this for myself, right? For my other businesses that I have been building out business processes is something that a lot of business owners don't like to do because it requires actually a lot of thought process, a lot of energy to do it. So they don't do it, right? Or if they do it, it's very, very high level. One of our customers, I've been asking them to create a sales process overview since months and months and months, and they still haven't done it. It's not that they don't want to do it or that they don't need it. It's that they never get around to do it because they're either so much in the day-to-day operations that they don't have time for it, or they think they don't have time for it. They are micromanaging everything. They have to put out fires. They have to do a lot of shit in their business, and building out like a process, like really blocking out time to build a process, to building out or to visualizing it, to systemizing it, to automating their business process. They don't spend time on that. They don't block time out of their calendar to do that, because they believe that if they do it, if they block out that time, it's actually time away from delivering the product, the service, whatever, to their customer. And in a way, yes, but on the other side, if you never take the time to actually build out your processes or to systemize it, then you're always reactive in your business. And you're never sure that the next customer that is coming along will be treated the same way. If you deliver services to a specific customer and the next one comes along, you'll never be sure that the process that you have followed before will be exactly the same this time. I mean, probably maybe 50, 60, 70% will be the same that you're doing, but there is stuff in the processes that will always be different if you haven't systemized it. So that also means that there's a lot of risk of making mistakes, of not doing stuff, of forgetting something, and things fall through the cracks, right? And this is a bad experience for your customers. That is why systemizing business processes is so crucial for any business, honestly. Doesn't matter what kind of business that you have to do it. And when do you do it? Well, you have to block out time, right? And once you block out time, you also should not expect to do it in one go. Like I said in the beginning, it's crazy how much time that you need to put in this to really flesh it all out. Every single step, every little piece of the puzzle needs to be in the process. Otherwise, you will forget stuff. But you start high level, okay? If you start somewhere, start high level and then break it down piece by piece by piece. Anyway, all of this to say that I've worked on this process around podcasts, scheduling, podcast content distribution is what I've been working on the last couple of months, because I'm a fan of podcasts. I love doing podcasts. I love interviewing people. I love talking to the camera. It wasn't so in the beginning, but I learned to really love it. And it's also a way to generate customers, to be honest. It's a way to generate new opportunities, to create relationships with people and so on. So at the end of last year, 2023, I really went all into podcasting, and I think I created 3 or 4 podcasts at the same time, and then started to invite people to do the interviews, and then starting to create the content and started to distribute all of it. Now, if you do that, I mean, it's a lot of work, right? So that's what I wanted to systemize. And let me just show you. So I created this kind of overview. So basically what I want to automate is this. So if you have a podcast, even if it's just one, you want to be inviting people, you have to record it, right? Once it's recorded, you have to edit it. Then you want to distribute it to TikTok, to Instagram, to whatever you want. That's what you want to do if you have a podcast, right? Now, a lot of these steps, you might be doing this manually, and that's not really the way to do it, I would say. You're better off delegating a lot of this stuff or automating it. And that's what I did. So I did a combination of the two. And for any process, you have to think about how can I automate it with tools, but also how can I automate this with people? Because business automation, systemization, it's not just about AI. It's not just about the tools. It's also about the people. Don't forget that there's still a team in your business. Even if you just have one VA, even if you have just one person helping you out, it's still a team. It's part of your team. So including your team within this is important. It's very, very important. You have to communicate what kind of system that you're building, and you have to make sure that they are able to use it. If they don't use it and then you're the only one, then maybe the only benefit that you get is pieces of the puzzle that you can automate, but other than that, yeah, it's going to be hard. So I've been using Miro a lot for really fleshing all of the processes out, like here, like this one. So I'm going to do this for the podcast as well. Like I said, I've actually built it already. So don't follow my example just starting to build something, or do, but at least at some point you have to really visualize it, because otherwise you might have built it a couple of months ago, even a couple of years ago. Do you really remember what you have built and where all the pieces are? So that's why it's a good idea to start doing this, right? And that's what we're going to do. So what tools am I using? So for podcasting, so I've been using StreamYard actually. I don't know if I have the icon here of StreamYard. Let me go get that first so I can add it to the overview. So the logo. StreamYard is what I use for podcasting. A lot of people use you can use Riverside, I think you can use Restream, I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. So that's the first thing actually that I've been using, even before I systemized a lot of the stuff here. Oh shit, what did I do? I used StreamYard way before I started to automate stuff. I really like the tool. They've come a long way. In the beginning, a lot of people were not so much for StreamYard. They used a lot of other stuff. Even if I think about it, I think 10 years ago. So I've built This Is Basketball World, right? This one. And this still exists. I have to get back to it actually, because I've been neglecting it a little bit. But this is what I have built. You can see the last post is from 2022, so I need to take a look at it again. But with this one, actually, I did podcasts already. And this is more than 10 years ago. So there was no way that we were using StreamYard. Not at all. No. We just recorded it. We did a Zoom. Did we do Zoom? We didn't even do video. We did just audio. That's what we did. So anyway, chat, if you have any questions what I'm doing here, just put them in here. I'm trying to keep up with everything. I don't know if I can see everything here, so if I don't see your comment, just yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I don't know. I'm trying to see. This window should actually show the chat, so I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Can I show Restream somehow? I'm not sure. Tools. So I'm new to OBS because since I used StreamYard, right? And I used in the past, I used vMix. So that's what I did as well. I used vMix in the past as well. vMix is like also like OBS, but more advanced, maybe more expensive as well. So I don't know how I can see chat here. Anyway, I'll just look at the other screen and try to see if there's anything popping up here. So let's see chat here. Okay, I'll try to make sure that I see something. So if you have any questions, so we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. So if you have any questions, try any of those channels, if I'm not responding. So you can see I don't see it here. I'll have to check later on. Anyway, where was I? This Is Basketball was what I was showing. So we had podcasts here. I'm not sure. If you look on Spotify and if you go look for TIB Playground. you'll find it, this one. So let's see, when was the last one that I did? 2019, yeah, and then, so it's not really 10 years ago. Well, actually, look, 2017 was the first one. So, and I remember that I did that one audio only with, I did it in person, and I was stupid that I didn't really record it. The only one that I really recorded was last one. Where is it? This one. This one I recorded, and I still have the video somewhere, but at that time Spotify didn't allow video, so I'll have to check where it is. So yeah, I've been doing podcasting for a long time, so I love to do it, and now with the video it's even better. Anyway, so okay, you have a podcast, you want to distribute it. What is the process? What do we do? How do we automate this shit? So, okay, the first thing to do basically is, well, you want to create a scheduling link, because if you invite people, if you have multiple podcasts, or even if you just have one podcast, doesn't really matter, you want to invite people to interview, right? And to make that process a little bit more streamlined, we use Calendly. We create a scheduling link in Calendly, so the people that we reach out to, they can book an interview, right? So we do that. So within Calendly, so if we go to Calendly, I'll use this screen here. I'm just checking if you can actually see this. So you have Calendly. I go to my home screen. And then, so yeah, you can see it, okay. So then we have our events. As you can see, I use it a lot. Where is it? Here, no. Okay. Job interview, this one, podcast interview. This was one of them. So this is the one that I used for one of the podcasts. I'll show another one so it's really clear that this is another one. So I've been creating another podcast called The Queer Path to Supplier Success. This is for the LGBTQ plus community. Where is it? No, it's not here. Sorry, it's not here. It's under Titanology. Here we go. This one, Queer Supplier Unleashed. Yeah, this was the original name. So this is like an event that we are using to schedule the podcast, basically. So we share this link with the people that we invite. If they say, yes, I would love to come on your podcast as a guest, then we share this link with them. So the podcast itself is recorded. I used to do it live, but it's just too much hassle, and if it's not working, yada, yada, yada. So I started to just record podcasts. So this process helps with that. So that's the first thing, right? So let me just copy this link because I want to know which one. And you can actually book an interview for, so Queer Path to Supplier Success. Okay. QP, of course, Queer Path to Supplier. To Supplier Success. Okay. And then we have a link here towards it. Okay. Good. What else? What else? So that's the first one. And that is in Calendly. And this icon means that it's triggering something. So what it triggers an automation. And what you can actually do, so to maintain all of the steps, I need to just move this out of here. It's not using Zapier, not this, not Pipedrive. Active Campaign, yes, it will use Active Campaign at one point. Okay. And it will use Pipedrive as well at one point. But actually what happens when they book a call is it creates a task in ClickUp. We're using ClickUp very heavily in terms of project management. And so let me find ClickUp here. So I'm trying to collect all the icons of the tools so I can really keep track of that. There you go, ClickUp. So this creates, it's gonna do this as well, but let's wait to do that. I'm gonna move this further out, because the first thing that I want to do here is this the one? No. It's a bit annoying thing in Miro. You can use a lot of the diagramming shapes, but they are different. So you have basic shapes, you have flowchart. So you could say we use this one, but we can also just use this one. No, sorry, this one. And let's just see. No, it's actually not even that one. It's this one. No, god damn it, where is it? Let me see in the other ones, then you'll know what I mean. This one, no. Oh, come on. I've been using one. It's another diagramming type. This one. Look, you can set a type, you can set a marker, and this is a task. See? Switch type. It's task. So where is this coming from? Not basic data flow, UML, interface. No, it's not that one. Value stream. I don't even know where they get that from. Callouts. It's not this one. Anyway, as you can see, I like this type because then you can see this is manual, and then it adds this little icon in here, right? So I love using that one. But actually, I could also use maybe this one. Let's see. Wait, let's copy this one first of all. It's details like that that I like to do, because I mean, for each step there is so much detail that you can actually add. You can add which tool you're using, but you can also add like, okay, which data are you going to use, right? What is the link towards the automation? Which automation are you going to use, and so on and so on. So all of this information, I'd like to add that to just one step in the overview, because otherwise, I mean, again, if you need to find all of the information for each step in several locations, this is not going to work. That's why, no matter if it's Miro, Figma, whatever tool you're using, I really enjoy just adding a lot of the information in here, right? So if it's here creating, so this creates create ClickUp, create task, booked call task, because I know which one it is in ClickUp. That's the first thing that happens. So then you can say, okay, it's happening in ClickUp, right? I added here as well, but I can also just make it very clear that this is ClickUp. I do it like that, a little bit smaller, there we go. And what I also add is that it is an automation. So let me get this icon right here. and I add this to it as well. So just to identify that this is a automation. Okay. So chat, that's what I'm doing. So I'm building out the process for recording and distributing podcasts. That's what I'm doing right here. So if you have any questions about that, just put them in chat. I try to do my best here to see if I'm not missing anything. I have several screens open on my other computer, but I'm not sure. This one, okay, so this is Facebook Live. I have YouTube and I have Twitch. I think I see every chat in here, so if you have any questions, just put them in there. Okay, I was checking if maybe this shape process might be better to use. Yeah, maybe. I mean, in the end, I want to create a value stream, right? You can argue that this is just a workflow, that this is step by step. I like to call it a value stream as well, because every step of the way you have to add some value to either your business or the customer. I mean, this adds value to your business because it adds the information, it's adding, or it's creating more space, and if you don't have to do it manually, it creates time for yourself, so it's creating value. But I don't see if this is actually going to work like I want it to work. Total. Value streaming is actually mostly coming from production, like car production and so on. Oh wow, what is this one? What did I do? No, I don't like that. Oh, it's like that. Data. No. Okay, I'm wasting time. Anyway, so I was away. This one. So creating a booked call task in ClickUp. That's the next step. Once somebody scheduled a call with us through the specific link for that specific podcast, it will create a task in ClickUp. Now, the good thing about ClickUp and Calendly is that they integrate with each other. So basically, you don't need Zapier, you don't need Make. You can just use the native tools. And I see a lot of videos, I see a lot of people talking about Make.com, talking about Zapier, to automate everything. They want to automate everything. Let me just tell you something. Look, I get it. If you are automating stuff in your business processes and so on, it's super fun to be able to do everything with Make.com, for example, or with Zapier. But it's not the only tool out there. I mean, it shouldn't be the thing that you're going to use all of the time. Honestly, that's not how it should be done. I believe that, right? Because if like you have an integration between ClickUp and Calendly natively integrated with each other without the need to use Make.com or Zapier or whatever, then why the hell would you use Make.com to do that integration? It doesn't make sense. I would say that it makes it even more complicated if you do it like that. I always say to my customers, I've always been saying that, use the tools in the first place that are designed to do the core thing that they are designed for. What does that mean? Like, again, if you're using ClickUp, it's project management, and if you're using Calendly is for scheduling meetings and so on. If you can do it with these tools already, then do it with those. Sometimes I see people creating automations to basically schedule an event or a call into the Google Calendar. based on maybe an email, or I don't know what kind of trigger that you're using. Again, if you have something like Calendly, then use Calendly for this. They have been designing the tool to do exactly that. So why would you want to recreate that? And I get it, it's fun to do it. I did it in the past as well. I remember a time, I'm a developer from my background, a web developer. And I remember a time that I was creating my own websites, really coding them, developing them from the ground up. I was developing my own websites all of the time. Even though a lot of people said, like, okay, you have WordPress, for example, to quickly create sites from templates and it saves a lot of time, I still didn't want to do it. I still wanted to create my own websites by coding it from the ground up, from scratch, building out the database, building out the functionality, everything from scratch. I wasted so much time, so much effort to create my own websites, while I could have created the same website in maybe 1 week of time, maybe the same day if I used a template in WordPress, the same website. I made that mistake because I was almost too proud to admit that using a template is also a good way to do it, and maybe too proud to admit that my coding wasn't actually as good as maybe sometimes a template from WordPress, but that was the reality. And again, it cost me so much time and effort. I regret it, honestly. Like, if I showed you the website from This Is Basketball World, well, that was the first time ever that I used WordPress to create a site. All the versions before that, I created from the ground up, from scratch. I mean, and they look good, but honestly, like they could have looked much better, and again, wasted so much time to just develop these sites from the ground up. It's crazy. Just to say that this is the same idea here with all the no-code tools, even ChatGPT and so on. If you're using these tools, honestly, you can use it to enhance what you're doing, but don't use them for everything. Don't try to replace a tool like Calendly with creating an automation in make.com or creating an automation in Zapier. Don't try to replace even like a tool like ClickUp for project management, or don't try to replace a tool like PyDrive, for example, for CRM, and trying to create your own CRM in an Excel sheet or even an Airtable. You can do it, but then I see people creating automations based on if they change statuses, then they link something else to another object or another task and so on. You can do it 100%. You can really create all the automations that you want with this. But should you do it? Should you actually waste all that time while the native tools already do it for you without the need to create these kind of automations? I would say don't waste the time. You don't have the time in the first place. And it's not because you can do it that you should be selling this also to businesses. You should not be selling just custom-made automations that actually can be done by tool that is already out there, by a SaaS tool. That's not the point, right? If you do that, honestly, you're not doing it right, I would say. It's not the best idea. In the end, we are there. We are tech savvy. We know this shit. We are developers. We are technical. We are there to help business owners systemize their business. We're not there to create the most beautiful automation in make.com that you've ever seen, and how beautiful it goes from one to the other step and so on and so on. And at the end, you've spent so much time, so much money. And for the business owner, yeah, it works, but they could have just subscribed to, for instance, Calendly to do the same, right? That's something that I want to be mindful about if I do this stuff. Anyway, enough about this. Back to creating this. So that's why I love the integration between ClickUp and Calendly. Basically, so if I go to ClickUp, this is our environment. So if you go to a specific list, you can go to your integration. You have to go to your integrations first of all. Let's see, I think it's in here. Where did, here, ClickUp, no, integrations, here we go. Go to App Center or whatever. Give me Calendly. Where I can search Calendly. No? I don't know why they didn't put it here. Wait. Maybe it's just in the list itself. So if you go to list, let's go to list. So here we have a list. Yes, I was building my own CRM in ClickUp as well. Did not make any automations in here at all for now. And I'm moving away from ClickUp to PyDrive for CRMs anyway. I have a list here, booked calls. So yeah. So I have a list booked calls. And here I have an automation, several automations. As you can see, these tasks are getting created every time that there's any type of Calendly event. This is going to create a new task here. How did I do that? So if you go to automations, basically your integration with Calendly is in here. So, okay, here we go. So if you click on add automation, no, go back. Where is it? Browse here. Integrations. Here we go. So here you can see Calendly for automations. You can also connect HubSpot if you want, Twilio and whatever. So it's here actually. It's not an integration. Don't ask me why. But this is where you will find Calendly. And then you can do this one. Calendly trigger ClickUp action. This actually what you can do. Or when event created, then create tasks. So this is what I did. I clicked on this one and this gave me this one. So if I edit this automation, then you can see Calendly, when this happens, when an event is created, right? This is the only thing that you can do, right? On any event that is created, any event, okay? Then it creates the task, and then you add this. These are the fields that I'm adding in the name. So I use the event type dot name. That's what I'm using. That will give you the event name. So if I go to Calendly, so this one, this is the event name. This is going to be used. First name, last name. I switched also this one. This is a tip for everybody that is using Calendly. If you go to booking page options for the event, you have the option in your invitee questions. If you edit this first piece here, this one, first name, last name, email. If you edit this one, you can change it to name. You can choose between name or first name, last name. In the past, I always used name. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Always used first name, last name. Simply because if you connect this to your email automation, then you can use the first name, right? You can say, hey, first name, yada, 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 in your email sequence. If you don't do that and you just put name, then you're stuck with only the full name. Then you have to put the full name in your email sequence, which is just, it doesn't look that good. So if there's a one tip that I can give you in Calendly, always select first name, last name. Once they've done it, they have the option here in Calendly to autofill everything, right? Based on prior bookings. So if they have booked an intro call with you and then they do a demo call with you, the same, because they've already done it, it will remember this and it will fill out that information again and again. So they only have to do it once, basically. So that's what I put in ClickUp here. There's many other fields, as you can see here. To figure out which is what, just test it out. Just make it yourself easy, just test it out, add it to the task name, and then you'll see. And just start booking calls, right? Easy peasy. Right, chat? I have to call you chat, because I don't know who's on the other side, so I say chat. It's weird. But I guess it's the safest way to say this. What else? So I put it, okay, I put the task in the list, booked calls, so you can pick any list if you want to, it doesn't matter. You can also select the template from a task. I didn't do that. Not here at least. And then I add a subscription email, so the email that is from Calendly, booked at, and I booked this type of event at start time. Okay, that's what I did. And then eventually a very important field is the call type. So this is a custom field. I added a custom field in ClickUp to this task, right? In this field, in this list. And I added name. Okay. And I'll show you what that is. So this is also coming from Calendly. What you can see here, it's a bit weird sometimes. You have email, then event.createdAt. You have to play around a little bit because now you have name. So what is name instead of event underscore type.name? I don't even remember if it's the same. I'm going to check with you. Then you have the contact, right? This is the contact person, so the email, first name, last name. Okay. So that's the automation. So every time that's a Calendly event is happening, this one, if they book that event, then it will create a task in ClickUp, okay? And then if you go look at the list here, then you can see all the tasks in here, okay? And if we just open up the last one, so let's see, no, well, okay, then we have the queer suppliers and leads. This is coming from Calendly, right? So this is the name, the event name. And then I have a custom field, call type. So you can see it's actually the same. So this is the same as in the title, but in the automation, again, don't ask me why. In the automation, you can see event.event_type.name, and here it's name. Do I even have the other one? I think it's a breakdown of the class that you have here in the custom field. So it's just weird that here you have the full class name, and here it's just the attribute that is added. Anyway, it's the same, right? So why do I add this here? Well, the next automation that I have, this is just a catch-all list, basically. I don't really do anything with this. This is just to have the task inside ClickUp. The next step is to create an automation in ClickUp that actually creates a task when a task is created and a specific condition is true. So if I look at this one, so what you will see here, if the task is created, wait, where is it located in? So here, yeah. So we're in this list, and when the task is created, right? And sorry, so if this is true, so if the custom field is equal to, the field is call type, and the value is what I give it, right? So queer suppliers unleashed. If this is true, then just create a task in another list, meaning the list that I created for this specific podcast, right? And then use the template Titan Podcast episode tracker. set it to do, then you have the task name, yada yada yada, and then you can set all the other stuff here. You can set a due date, you can add assignees if you want to, task type, and so on and so on. So the only thing that I did here is create another task in a specific list for this specific podcast. That's what I did. So, and the result is, so if I go to here, you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 folders for the specific podcasts, and this one is the one that I show you as a Queer Suppliers Unleashed. That was the first name. Now we call it Queer Path to Supplier Success. But this creates the tasks in this list right here, right? So you can see here, this is getting created right here, okay? And this is a template, meaning that it has all the tasks that need to be done in here and already assigning the right people to it. So this is very, very, very important, because now just with one link, just with one scheduling link in Calendly, we didn't have to do anything except sharing the link, and automatically a task is getting created in our project management system at the right place, assigning the right people, and making sure that we know exactly what to do, step by step, right? That's what I did until now, right? Pretty simple. So actually, pretty simple, right? So up until this point, create a booked call, task, and ClickUp, and then actually, well, no, I did more. Wait. So with this one, I have no idea why is this so big. Maybe a little bit less. Okay. What else did it do? So create task from template in relevant list. You could argue, or you could think about duplicating this for each podcasts. Let's just keep it at the one that we just use here. So we have used the task, the template, ClickUp, you can go to the template center. Wait, what is this? Template center, here we go. And then we can go to task. And then we can go this one. I can use, I think I can share this, a link somewhere. Where? Not use template. I just need to share this. I think public sharing, then I just want to have a link. Because if I have a link, then I can do this, and this, and this. And then anybody that goes through my process here can actually look up which template that I mean. And if you want to steal my template, you can use the link if you've seen it. So this one, and this is also automated. That's a bit the annoying thing about Miro and doing it like this. This is not connected to each other. Maybe there is a way. If there is a way to lock anything that I add to a diagram thing, I haven't found it yet. I guess I need to look for this. But I don't know where. If anybody's watching chat, if you're watching and if you know the answer, just let me know. It would help me a lot. Because I hate to rearrange everything. Okay. That is that. So I created the task in Calendly from a template that is good. And then we get something like this, okay? So there's a lot of shit in here. The next thing that needs to happen, I'm thinking right now what I did is I added the person in ActiveCampaign, I added it to an email sequence. So in ActiveCampaign, because again, I want to thank the person that for booking the interview here. I want to thank them and I also want to inform them like how is the podcast going to be done, the recording, which tools should they use, and so on and so on. And also, yes, an important one. So this one is the thank you mail. I have a questionnaire. I'm using questionnaires as well to get more information from the person that I'm going to interview. So I can use that information in the podcast as a guide, right? I love doing conversational podcasts, so it's not just like a very systematic or boring type of podcast. It's really just conversational, but with this questionnaire, I already have more information about the person that is coming. And especially if you like what I did is I created specific podcasts with a specific topic subject. Like Career Path to Supplier Success is all about how you can become a better diverse supplier as a career-owned business owner, right? It's a very specific topic subject of the podcast. So the questions that I'm going to ask in the questionnaire are specific about that. So I did that. Now I did that in Google Forms. It's just very easily done through Google Forms. So if I go here and I'll show you this one. So this is the questionnaire that they're getting, right? I've put in here the link to the podcast on Spotify so they can listen to previous episodes, and then here you have some of the questions, right? Pretty straightforward, nothing too special. So this is also something I need to add into the overview here. So I add them to the email sequence. So they get the sequence here. So I put that in deliverables. So this is the deliverables thing. So the deliverable is an email, right? There is not like with the other ones, you could say, okay, but there's a deliverable there as well. Nah, you don't really create anything. You could say task as a deliverable, but nah. I want to be able to just to link, like you see, I want to link this to a template, to an email, a document, I don't know, storage, whatever. So that's why I do it like that. So we add them to the email sequence, and the email sequence, so I'm gonna connect this with ActiveCampaign. So it's this one. Also the link, I'm gonna share the link. Easy peasy, there we go. Apply, apply please. So it's ActiveCampaign. Let's add it in here. You don't have to do this, but you can already see that in terms of visualization. It looks good. I mean, it's very easy to understand. Add to email sequence. Then they have this one. So here you can add emails. Not sure if I can. I think if I edit this one, let's see. I'll be able to do it like that. Edit, and then I can use this link to put in here. It's not ideal to put in the edit link, but it works. This is welcome number 1. It's a link to questionnaire. Why didn't it link it? No. Why? I don't like that. Do this, this, this. Why? I don't like this. Remove the link. Should be easy, no? What about this? No? Anyway, not gonna waste time on this. Okay, so we have the first one, then this is the podcast, this is the questionnaire link. So chat, this is going to go, let's just say, I mean, I'm gonna put it here, share, no, complete questionnaire. That's the step. You could say the step is share the questionnaire, but that's being done in the mail. So let's say the next step should be complete questionnaire, right? And here we can link it to the actual questionnaire. There we go. This is Google Forms. If I have that somewhere, I'm not sure if I have it. Do you see it, chat? I don't see it. Google Forms, Drive. Does it even have? Yeah, it does, right? Google Forms, image. Don't I have it anywhere? I thought I did. I thought I did. Let's just take this one. It's okay. Okay, here we go. So this. Where was I? Here we go. Podcast scheduling. If you use frames in distribution, if you use frames in Miro, if you zoom out, you can still see the name. It doesn't happen if you do it like this. Like here you see workstream deliverables. It doesn't enlarge, so you can't see. So Google Forms is the next piece here. Maybe, I mean, if you're not tech savvy, if you haven't used any of these before, probably you don't know the icons, so then it might be a good idea to maybe add some text to it or make it more clear. But we know what this is, right, chat? We know this is Google Forms. Smaller. Okay. So this, so complete questionnaire, and this is a trigger as well, and it's being done by the client. Like I call the client, it's like the third party person or anybody, the interviewer, whoever. This one. So and here fuck off. I want this one. I want to be able to say this is a manual. Okay, never mind. Not that important. Because if I have this icon in here, then I would put the robot icon if it would be in automation. Otherwise, it's manual stuff. What else? What else do I have here? So I have the questionnaire. So this, okay, this is a trigger. So I'm gonna put the trigger icon in here as well, so I know this triggers something. So I have the automation here in ActiveCampaign, right? So this is the email sequence. What I want to do, so in ClickUp, and this now it's becoming a little bit more tricky. So this is how far I got in terms of automation, and then I had to do a lot of other shit and I didn't have the time anymore to really look at it in detail. But now I'm revisiting this and now I actually want to do more than this, right? So they booked the event. So if you go to So let's go back. So they booked the event. Okay. We created the task. Good. We created the task in the relevant list. Good. It's assigning a template which assigns all the people. It adds them to an email sequence. Good. Then what then? Okay, I'm distracted. Sorry. Add to email sequence, and then they get the emails. So they get 3 emails, right? Let's see. They get 1, 2, actually 2 emails. That's it. And I can, yeah, okay. So they get 2 emails. The second one is just to explain more who I am. So I'll put that in here as well. I will add this link in here. No. Just this one. This number 2. And this one is who am I? And I'll link it. Okay. Yeah. So you could actually like, if you want to really make it super clear, then what we could do is do this. And we can do, and then change this to something like this. It's not the best, but okay, it works, right? Because from this first one, the first email contains the link to the questionnaire. So then the next step would be to complete the questionnaire. Good. They get the second mail, and then there's an automation here. So also, ActiveCampaign, honestly, from all the email marketing tools that I have used, ActiveCampaign in terms of automations is the best. By far, it is the best. Hands down. So we have, okay, so if we send the second mail, right? Why is ActiveCampaign the best? Because this, wait until conditions are met. I've been trying to use Email Octopus, MailChimp. This, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure if they have it in ConvertKit or any other tool, but like ActiveCampaign, honestly, this is great. Because I just want an automation where I can just wait until something happens. And even in make.com, the sleep functionality or the wait functionality is not even as useful as this one. Because in make.com you can only wait for a specific amount of time. And I'm not sure in Zapier. I think in Zapier you can do more with that. But the point is that it waits until conditions are met. So it's a combination of 2 things. It's a wait action, and it will keep looking at a specific condition. And in this stage, it's wait until the tag exists, podcast questionnaire completed. So here, what we have done, and actually I need to also put, I did more than I thought actually. So what I actually need to do, this one goes beyond, much further. If they completed the questionnaire, then it goes on, like it doesn't really do that much. It just goes to another wait condition. So what we can do here, we can create a decision process here. Where is it? Decision here, decision. So we can say if questionnaire is completed. Okay. Good. If it's completed, then we go on and we do the next step. The next step is wait until wait until recording event happened. Okay. If it's not completed, and this is where I could add something, I probably will have to. So if they haven't completed it yet before the event, I want them to complete the questionnaire so that I have some more information for the podcast, right? And I think I did it in another podcast sequence, one of the other ones. Let's check. Podcast interview. This one maybe. As you can see, chat, it's not, I mean, it sounds easy enough to create an automation to schedule, distribute a podcast. But we've been at it now for what, an hour? And I know I talk a lot, but still. There's more to it sometimes than you would think, right? And that's what I said in the beginning as well. If you think that by just having a high level, like this is super high level, right? Have the podcast, invite people, record it, edit, distribute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps, right? No, not really. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. I can go on and on and on. I mean, we will be going on a little bit more than just 5 steps. So that's what I mean. You can do high level, but that doesn't mean that you actually have a systemized process. Because who is going to do what tool are you going to use, where are you going to store it? I mean, even here, if there's anything manual, for now, not really, right? Because I mean, the only manual thing would be before they actually get the link is the outreach and so on. That's a sales, that's marketing, prospecting process. But that by itself can also be automated for a part. But again, if anybody wants to know that, what is the process around execution of the podcast and distribution, like here you go. And if you need people, if you really do need people in here, like we can do, let me see here. I had some people in here. Here. No? Oh no. No, what I wanted to show is actually we can just add people here. We can say, where is mine actually? I should add my face on this. Should I show my device? Let's just show it. I have my own picture here. Of course, too big. Now, what I wanted to show is just this. Add myself here, my name. I am Stefan de Vreese. Let's make it a little bit more pretty by doing this. There we go. So I have myself, and I can actually add myself to, let's just do it here. It's not correct, but okay. This, right? And that's what I mean. If you do this with every step, and if you allocate just the profile picture to these steps, I mean, it's super clear that this person is responsible for this, right? That's why I love doing that. Anyway, this should be add to email sequence is automated. This is automated. in ActiveCampaign. Okay. So if questionnaire is completed, what do we want to do? We wait until a recording event has happened. Okay, there we go. That's this action, right? Current date plus 1. Actually, wait a minute. Is this actually correct? So we have an await condition again. Beautiful from it doesn't look beautiful, but it's in terms of functionality, this is great from ActiveCampaign. So this Calendly event, the event date, occurs in exactly 1 day. So 1 day before is going to send the third email. That's it. So actually I have to add something in between. So let's say send email 1 day before recording. That's what we want. Yes. Okay. What else do I need? Send email 1 day before recording. This one, and this is actually the third one, so I'm gonna add this one here. So see, actually this is not that bad that I can, this is the sequence, right? They are connected, third mail, and I'm gonna do like this. Just gonna copy this one. There we go. There we go. Let's remove this. There. So send email 1 day before. It's this one. This is the third mail in the sequence. They are connected like this to indicate that it is a sequence, right? Good. So ActiveCampaign. If questionnaire is complete, this is ActiveCampaign as well. Well, yes, complete questionnaire. Yeah, this triggers, okay, this is an automation, and I did that in Zapier. Hold on. So wait, so I have Calendly here. I'm not even touching StreamYard yet, so hold on. I remove this one. So if questionnaire is complete, actually this is also ActiveCampaign. And it waits. I mean, here, what you could do here, wait until conditions are met. No, not this one. Where is it? Oh, it's not even in here. Okay, let's go back to the other one. I want to show that basically what we can do. So here you have the condition, the wait condition. Wait until conditions are met. Tag exists. We can add this. Continue automation if conditions are not met within a specific time period. So we could say, well, if this is not getting done, the tricky part is here that, so we want to get it done before the event. If it's not done before event, yeah, it's not a big issue, but I'm just thinking if we can add that here. So that's a tricky one. I don't really think we can do this easily. And maybe there then make.com might help us out somehow. Now, this is not a big issue, right? So I'm not gonna get too stuck in here. I just wanted to show this one. So we can continue the automation even after a couple of days if they haven't even done the conditions. So that's a good thing as well. So you don't get stuck. Here, these 3 people are stuck forever now because they probably will never complete this questionnaire anymore because we have already done the podcast. We could go let them through after maybe 1 day, right? We give them 1 day. If it's not getting done, we could do this. So if else, if tag exists, questionnaire, let's see, this one. If it exists, continue. If it doesn't exist, we send them a reminder, basically. That's what we can do. So then we can say, maybe wait another day, give them 2 days. Or the only thing that I'm thinking about is, what if they book today to do the interview tomorrow? That could happen if we allow it. What we can do here in Calendly basically is saying, well, you can actually only schedule into the future. Wait, there is something. Minimum notice, this one. So the minimum notice is you cannot schedule within. So we can connect those two. So we can say you cannot connect within 2 days. 2 days. Okay, 2 days. So this is for the podcast, right? Am I right? Yeah. So they cannot schedule in the next 2 days. They can only schedule 3 days from now, right? Okay, if I do that, then I can do an active campaign. Then I can do this. I can say you wait 1 day, you wait another day, but after this one, and you can do it the same here. So wait until conditions are met. So this one, again, tag, wait until tag exists, questionnaire, completed. And then you can say 1 day here. So because 2 days. So we wait 2 days maximum. We wait 2 days maximum. We remind them again. And honestly, what we could do this. So we send an email. So QPTSC. Wait. Queer path to supplier success. Why is there a C? QPTSC follow-up number. I guess this is number 3, but it's questionnaire reminder. Okay. Chat, I think that's good. Continue. Where do we have something about the podcast? Podcast, let's search. guess it's just this one. Thanks for attending. StreamYard, thanks for attending. Yeah, just select this one. Please complete the questionnaire. I'm just going to add this for just showing you, right? I always try to use named email accounts, even if it's an alias. It just looks better if it's coming from a named account. More trustworthy, if you want. Doesn't mean it will not end up in spam, because it's still active campaign and is going to reroute whatever. It's not using Gmail or anything, right? Okay, it's not this one. Okay. Just make it a short one. Okay, I'm not in love with the designer of active campaign. It's honestly a little bit shit, but okay. Can't have everything. Okay, hi. It seems that you haven't completed the our podcast questionnaire yet. Please do so before our recording, so we have everything we need. Here's the link again. See, that's why I don't like it. Here's the link again. And then what did it just do? No, I don't like it. I don't like the designer. Active campaign people, do something about it, please. It's this one. So share this. How do I send? Link, shorten, copy. Where was I? Here. Put it in here. Make it a link. That's it. I'm not going to do more. Next. Okay. Okay, whatever. Yes. As you can see, I mean, spam check. Don't ask me why this is still there, because I have set up my SPF, I think even my DMARC, so I don't know why it's showing up. Okay, so we have this one, save. So this is going out 2 days after they haven't done it yet. Let's just copy the link here so I can connect it to the overview in Miro. No, copy. So here, right? So complete questionnaire. If questionnaire is not completed, if 1 day, if 2 days have passed by, the answer is yes. And then we're gonna send questionnaire reminder, right? And this links, I have to be careful here. Send 1 day. Actually, this becomes number, so this is number 4 actually. Did I already select? No, didn't add a link yet. So this comes here. No. Here. So number 3. Yeah, it is number 3. It's not welcome. Whatever. And questionnaire reminder. a reminder, and I'm going to use this link here. Chat, we're not almost done, but I'm almost at the end of the stream here. So let's just, what I want to do definitely is I want to come to StreamYard. Let's do that save that for last. So we did that. I want to add this. Okay. So if 2 days have passed by, send this one, right? And again, if questionnaire is completed, this is a trigger. And then it continues. So here, I will add one more thing here. And this is add tag podcast questionnaire. Let's do it like this: podcast underscore questionnaire underscore completed. Like this. Okay, add tag questionnaire completed in active campaign. There's no other way. This is an automation. An active campaign. I mean, it's not gonna be, it has to be an active campaign, but I'm gonna do this. So this is actually getting done by Zapier. Let me just, and it's of course a pretty easy one within Zapier. Let's just see if it's still active, because I'm not remembering if I removed it or not. What is this one? Why is it not showing up? Zapier. Okay. Let's go to Zapier. So never mind the messy interface. It's always a hassle to find what I need. So here you have the icon. It's even in title, so that's my mistake. I think it's this one. Trigger. New form response. And yeah, well, it's from one podcast. I actually should make another one. I need from all three of them, of course. And I add it here into AC. Okay, and then I say update the contact with the tag, right? Podcast questionnaire completed. That's the one. It's not the correct Zapier, but let's just do it so you can see what I usually do. So put it here. That's the automation. Okay, fast forward. I want to, there's one thing that we actually should have already done. I'm just checking here. Because the first mail actually also contains not just, it does not only contain the questionnaire. Let me show you. It also contains the link to StreamYard. Well, it's supposed to. And this is something, this is a tricky one as well, because the moment that they book a call, to be able to record the podcast, I need to create a recording studio in StreamYard. So in StreamYard, I need to create like this, recording podcast. That's it, right? Record locally, yep, that's why we use StreamYard, because it records locally on both sides. And this is what needs to be done. Then creates it, then it has to do this, whatever, then we have to enter the studio. and then we can invite. Well, we could actually just already, even we don't even have to enter the studio, because you can see this is the same link, right? And this is the link that we need. This is the link that we need to add, or that we need to send them at least, right? We need to send them, but also ideally we add this to the event as well. That's something that I do. If it's about podcast, I add this link as a location into the Google Calendar event, into the event in the calendar. So it's easy for them when it's about time to do the recording. They know exactly where to go, right? It's not a Zoom link, it's not a Google Meet link, it's a StreamYard link, right? So the difficulty, or the extra step that we need to do here is here. Basically when they book it, right? When they book it, we also need to, and this is another step here then, we need to create the StreamYard studio. So we can use that in the emails. Now, we cannot know, like if we go here, this one, for example, the link here, we can add a link to the StreamYard studio only if you already know it, right? So that would mean we can do two things. We can either do it like this. So let's just copy this one. We can create, so first of all, creating the studio, right? Create StreamYard recording studio. That has to happen. Otherwise, yeah. Once that is happened, we can do two things. We can either update the contact in ActiveCampaign. We can actually create a custom field in ActiveCampaign that says StreamYard Recording Studio or StreamYard Interview Studio, whatever. As a custom field, we can add that custom field in ActiveCampaign and connect that to a contact. So then when we created the StreamYard Studio, we can fill out that custom field, and then because we know we can use the custom fields in these emails, we can do that, right? It's not a bad way to do it. It's a bit of a workaround. The other way to do it without using custom fields, for instance, if you don't have an email tool that can use custom fields, is just send another mail. Or we could also use an automation that updates the event. But to do that, we have to find the event through automation, and then we have to update the event. So in terms of difficulty, the easiest way to do it, to make sure that they have the link, is using the custom field, I would say. No, let's say the easiest way is just to send them an email with the link. Nothing else, right? That's the easiest. But the clean solution, cleaner, would be the custom field, and the perfect solution would be to update also the event, right? That they find the link in the event. Look, the last thing that I'm going to do today, because then I'm going to head off, is basically this one. I want to do this one now, so I haven't done that yet in terms of automation, and I'm not sure if you can actually. So let's figure it out together. I'm going to use make for this one. Let's see if it's possible. Let's hope it is possible. If it's not possible in make, let's see if it's possible in Zapier. But let's start here. So let's see. I need the trigger. So the trigger is Calendly. Yeah. Here. Watch events. I need to create a webhook. yeah, just this is the other account that I have. It's fine. Events, invitee created, organization. I'm not sure. What? This one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then let's see now. Magic. StreamYard. Shit. Okay, it's not possible with make. We could check out webhooks. I'm gonna check out webhooks later, but let's just first see if we can do it through Zapier. Let's see. You can create a Zap pretty easily now just by using AI. You can type what you want. So I wanna create StreamYard recording studio after someone scheduled Calendly event. That's what I want. Give it to me. Create StreamYard recording studio. Yeah. What does it do? Create a collection order in stream. I don't know what stream is. There's another tool. So they don't use. They cannot connect with StreamYard. Let's see here. StreamYard. That's a pity. Oh, there we go. There we go. So why? Okay, hold on. I don't need a trigger. I need. Oh shit. Where is it now? Fuck. I lost it. Just create a new one. So they have StreamYard. That's a good thing. So let's start Calendly. Trigger is Calendly. Choose an event. Events now created. Continue. Choose my Titan. Sure, this one. User organization, the user is okay. Test trigger. So here you will also just get all the events, and then you have to figure out, okay, this one was the last one that actually did the podcast scheduling. Need to see, you can see here Island Proud Business Titans podcast interview. So I could scheduled events membership username. No. Why is it even name? Yeah, it's name. It's not scheduled event membership user. No, it's name. This is name. So as we saw in ClickUp as well. So if filter, if, and then we have name. Oh, we see it here. Sorry. Here, event type name contains, and this is again for a specific. Actually, no, we can actually use it forever. No, yeah, no. I mean, you could do it like this because the names contain podcasts, so I could do podcast. Let's just do it like that for now. Continue. Test, it matches, perfect. Continue. Now StreamYard. Shit. So they only have triggers. That's bad. I mean, okay. So what can we do with triggers then? Change. Do StreamYard. trigger? What is a trigger? Ah, this is for webinars. Got it. No, this is not what we need. That's a pity. I'm not sure if they have it. Look, and that's the whole idea also behind what tools to use. Can you do the automations? Should you do no code? Should you do custom integration? It depends on what your tool can actually do, right? It depends. Which tools are you using right now? I'm using StreamYard. Okay. Can we automate the creation of the recording studio? Right now, we cannot do it with Zapier. We cannot do it with Make. Let's check if they have webhooks. But if it's not possible, that is really a reason to switch. I am so sorry for StreamYard, but you have to make it possible for people to automate this shit, because otherwise the value of your tool goes down. And while I've been doing this stuff now for a while now, it amazes me sometimes, like how little thought that some SaaS products have around this, how little thought they have about integrating this with no-code tools like Zapier or Make.com. I mean, make the life of your customer easier. And maybe you want to just not open up your full SaaS product and so on. Sure, but I mean, honestly, more and more stuff is getting automated with AI. Anyway, so you better have something that people can use to integrate with other tools, because we're doing it anyway. Because if you don't, what is the other option? We need another tool. I don't see the benefit of not doing it, and I don't see the cost of doing it right now. Anyway, so I want to go to StreamYard. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. Chat. Then we're gonna head off. Where am I? Here. Where is StreamYard? Where did I put StreamYard anyway? I don't know. StreamYard. So let's find out if they have something. My account. Account settings, referrals. Account settings, nothing here. Team settings. On-air integrations. What is that? Okay, create apps to automatically transfer registration. Yeah, okay. This is for webinars, so useless. Yeah, I mean, request integration, just do everything with. Let us create a recording studio in StreamYard. That's it. That's all. Doesn't have to be that difficult, right? Because referrals team, no account, no help center partner resources, maybe this. Graphical assets. No, I don't want that. Let's see. So they're already doing some stuff, but not a lot. Webhook. Let's see. Webhook. No. And then it stops here right now. I cannot go further with the automation because I need to do this manually. Now, again, I mentioned it as well. Like, okay, the automation doesn't always have to be just a tool, no-code tool that does it for you, but something as simple as creating a StreamYard recording studio. I do not see why I need to pay somebody like a VA to click on that button. I mean, this should be just automated, honestly, right? Why else? This is code. This is just create a code to integrate with Zapier to create a studio. Anyway, it's not possible. So, okay, I will need to pay a VA or I will need to find another tool, right? That's how far I got. I wished I would be further along now and I could automate more stuff, but that's how far we got. So I hope this was valuable to you. This is business automation. This is automating a lot of shit in your business to make it more streamlined. Also visualizing stuff, because I mean, doing things like this is still very, very useful. Even if you cannot automate everything, it is still super, super useful to do this. So you can wrap your head around all the steps. This is what we do. This is what I do. I'm Stefan de Vreese. I'm the founder of Titanify.biz. If you want to automate some of your business processes, if you want to systemize, visualize your shit, let us know. This is what we do day in, day out. And we would be happy to help you out with this. Because as you see, it's a lot of work and it can take a while. All right. So thank you again. And I'm going to close off with just showing this one. So go to titanify.biz. Actually, I should go actually just put this in here. So I can always end with this. Titanify your business. That's why Titanify biz. Go there. If you want help with all of this, reach out to me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch. Stefan de Vreese is my name. You will find me all of these pieces. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Have a nice rest of your day and your evening, and we will see each other another time. Bye bye.